preview. So that's what the Go Live is.
So stupid.
That's interesting.
Guys, we are here. Episode 16.
16, man.
16. It's a hell of a number, boy.
It's an interesting number. People celebrate at 16, Sweet 16. It's your license.
Got a quinceañera. Call this the quinceañera episode.
Okay. Go that route, not the Sweet 16 route, but the quinceañera route. Okay. All right. That's not terrible either. Respect all cultures, touch all bases, don't leave nobody out.
I don't know what the hey babe, I don't know what any other like coming of age is for anybody else. To be honest with you, I don't know it for
I don't know. 16, 18, 21, then from there you just go on about your life, man. Just have a good time.
And even all of that, like it ain't even got no names. Only thing I know is quinceañera.
Yeah. Ain't no.
And that's for a woman, ain't it? That's for the girl. Bar mitzvahs for the bar. I know
Oh,
bar mitzvah.
yeah.
I know bar mitzvah.
I've seen some bar mitzvahs.
This is random.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's just
Nothing.
letting the people come in.
Not at all on our notes. This is not anything that we have planned. But
this is our Sweet 16 episode. So
quinceañera is 15.
Oh.
Wow.
So last episode was our quinceañera episode. This episode is our
Sweet 16.
No, it's our bar mitzvah episode.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure bar mitzvah is for no.
No. Let's just go for what we know. Sweet 16, we know for a fact would be befitting.
Yeah. Now that I think about it. Yeah.
Because I don't want to be wrong, but I thought bar mitzvah was like when they got into like a teenager or something. That's what I was under the impression
yes
of.
and no.
Okay.
Because I was about to say that. I was about to say that's like 13, 14 for a bar mitzvah, if I can remember correctly.
Okay. You might be right. But now we know that quinceañera is 15.
Yeah, because King said...
Quinn. Cinco.
Say, ocho nueve diez. Don't say. No. I don't know. Once.
This man said, don't say.
Doce. Trece.
Did you skip Diaz?
No, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12. No, not 12.
What's up, babe?
Not 12.
No, I don't think.
12.
No, I don't.
Quatse.
No.
And then quince.
Okay.
See, that's why. I think I'm in
the ballpark.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quince. That's where I stop at though.
Okay.
Because for 6, 7, 8, 9, I can't do it.
That's gonna go.
Because I realistically, after double, triple, quadruple, I don't know what it is for 5, and I know sextuplet or sextuple in octo. So I know 2, 3, 4, 6, and 8.
Okay. Then after that, that's the pending.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's hex? Hexagon.
And I thought hexagons were 5.
Okay. So you got I don't know what it would be called though. Like, cause you got double, triple, quadruple. You wouldn't go hexuple like a hexacaca like
hexagalana.
Like, I don't know if you would kind of do that.
No, I don't think so.
I'm looking up after the episode tonight. Because now it's going to be in my brain. Like,
now we done open up this can of worms.
I'm about to learn how to count to 20 in Spanish, and then on top of learning how to count to 20 in Spanish, I'm gonna learn how to I'm gonna learn everything in between like double, triple, quintuple is 5.
Okay.
So you got double, triple, quadruple, quintuple, sextuple.
That's good.
Octuple. Octuple. Is that what it is? Octuple?
For 8?
Yeah. Or is it just octo?
It might just be octo.
Okay. Octo for 8.
Octagon, octo.
And then 9 would be what? the one.
I don't know what 9 is.
8 might just be Octo though. I don't know, bro. Cause Octo makes sense because think about it this way: anything that got like 8 in it, it start. Oh,
Hexagon is 6. Heptagon is 7, but
Never
I can't think of the multiple names for those.
Never heard of a heptagon.
Heptagon. I think that was when they used to trip me up in school.
Wait. So we were wrong about hexagon.
Yeah.
That's 6.
Yeah, 6. That's why 6.
Oh.
So what's sextuplets?
That's 6 kids.
You just threw that in the mix.
Yeah, that's 6 kids at the same time. That's what sextuplets is.
Okay.
That's when you have, instead of like twins or triplets
or quadruplets or quintuplets.
Or, yeah, quintuplets. Then you got sextuplets. And then, hepatuplets. And
I don't think no. Hold on now. Wait a minute.
you got the hepatuplets. And then
I ain't see that show on TLC growing up. I had seen the 6 kids show. The lady had 6 kids at one time. I ain't know nobody had 7.
Yeah, they done had hexatuplets and all of them, man. I'm pretty sure somebody's probably had
7 kids at one time?
No, like 10. If somebody can do 7, bro, I'm pretty sure like it sound crazy, but
I don't know if I even had no 10 kids. We would have seen that.
I don't know, man. Maybe they want their life to be private.
10 kids, you having kids like a dog, bitch.
Yeah, I wouldn't want nobody to know about that.
You literally having kids like a bitch.
I wouldn't want nobody to know that. Personally,
I don't even know what a body can't even bounce back after 10 kids, man. At one time.
I know what I'm saying. I wouldn't want to have kids after that.
Because the lady that had 6, I think her name was John. Yeah, John and Kate. I think that's what it was. Whoever the lady was that had 6 kids, she had a rough time going through 6 of them.
No, John K plus 8 ain't have 6.
That's what they named John and Kate plus 8.
Yeah, they had a bunch of twins and stuff like that.
Okay.
I don't know who the lady that had the 6 tuple, but
she had 6 tuplets. All on TLC.
Okay, what we talking about?
Oh.
Whatever we want to on our show. So John and Kate plus 8, they had like two sets of twins. I think they also had some triplets.
Okay, they equaled up to 8. All this came on TLC. The lady that had 6 kids as well.
And then like a single kid. I think that's
okay.
Hey, so how's this sick?
I mean,
it goes into 16. They had twins and then.
Oh, so they did have okay. So they had 6 at a time. So yeah, it was John and Kate plus 8. She had 6 kids, but there's only a lady. There was a lady who had 8 at one time.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
Bigger than that. So
8.
like, people be having kids, bro. People really be like.
They had twins and then 6, like 6 at a time, or like 6 spread out. I remember that show went off air. I ain't gonna lie to you. I remember when John and Kate went off. You looking up to see how many they had at one time?
All them kids was 10 weeks premature. The 6 of them.
So it wasn't. It was all the same. So we are talking about the same thing. Okay, okay. I was under the impression we were. Dang.
She had 6 kids, 10 weeks early. Sucks for her. Well, we got a good show tonight, guys. We're here, episode 16 of Discussions and Conversations. There's a lot to scroll through. 16 to go.
One big scroll should get you right. Boom.
Episode 16.
Oh, that's a watch party. One more.
Oh my God! See. Jesus Christ. While we've been waiting, see, we were really doing all this talking to get the people in the house. We want y'all to go ahead, comment, like, share, all of that good stuff while we're here. We're in for another good one. Talking about the NBA Finals so far. It's a 1-1 series. We're going to be talking about Money in the Bank that happened this past weekend. And we're also going to dive in a little bit of what has happened in the last week of the Sean P. Diddy Combs trial.
Yeah, we ain't really been talking about that.
So we got some stuff that has happened over the weekend, over the week, because
I think all the focus was shifted towards NBA Finals.
And that was stupid because
You see what happened there.
yeah. So, speaking of the finals, series is tied 1-1 now. Last night, Shai dropped 34.
Okay.
They shut down Tyrese.
Yes.
Until
Was
his little pop-up points was like at the very tail end of the game.
That was
They
sad.
shut Tyrese down.
Yeah, Tyrese did not see the light of day.
They shut Tyrese down. I don't know, man. So far, the series has been very, very boring. I'll say the least. Like, there hasn't really been, except for Tyrese's little comeback thing, like, there hasn't really been any, like, big moments this series. Like,
Yeah, I mean, as old folks say, definitely wasn't nothing to write home to mom about going on this series. I don't think it's nothing to be like, oh man, these boys doing this, these boys doing that. No, these boys ain't doing none of that.
look at, like, 34 from Shai. That's 2 30-point games in a row in his first finals, right?
Supposed to be doing that, right?
He tied Wilt for consecutive 30-point playoff games. Alex Caruso came off the bench, dropped 20 points.
Last night?
Yeah.
He was heating up in game 1 too, so
He came off the bench last night, dropped 20 points. Aaron Wiggins came off the bench as well, dropped 18 points with 3 steals.
yeah. We saw one of them crazy steals that SG had on Tyrese. I mean, the cleanest steal.
They held Tyrese Halliburton to 17 points, and no Pacer scored over 20 points. Not a single one. Not Tyrese, not your Eastern
Pascal.
Conference Finals MVP, Pascal Siakam, not nobody.
TJ
Nobody.
heat up. Nobody. Miles. Nobody.
Miles, what's the other jet name?
Obi Toppin.
We know he wasn't gonna score
Nobody.
20 points. I was saying, darn it, what's his name? The one that hit that real mean 3, like, for no reason. It was a corner 3, fourth quarter. What is that young man's name? I believe it starts.
Aaron. Naismith.
Naismith. Yeah, him. Usually when anybody else don't score, Naismith score.
Okay.
Drew, what up, man?
Yo,
Usually,
what's up, Drew?
When don't nobody score, Naismith ain't even score. It was an all-around horrible game for the
So
Pistons.
would you say that Oklahoma's woke? Like they done came to their senses and realized that game 1 they really let it slip away from them. They had it in the bag the whole game. They should have won it, no questions asked, but they didn't.
Oh, yeah.
Would you say game 2 was like their?
They kept their foot on the gas game 2.
Okay.
Like that will to win factor.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you saw from everybody on OKC. I mean, again, if you're looking at it, Alex Caruso coming off the bench, dropping 20 points. He had 3 or 4 threes.
Yeah.
Steals, assists, all of this. Aaron Wiggins coming off the bench, dropping 18 steals, assists. Like, Shai, 34-point game. Like, all of them came out with the will to win. So, they all coming with... After game 1, bro, like...
Yeah, that's true, Drew. They got too comfortable game 1. They got too relaxed. They felt like we at home. We got this. We up.
But yeah, like it was a. Because usually you can say it's a back and forth game, but it from opening bell to closing bell, from opening buzzer to closing buzzer, it was OKC's game.
Yeah.
And the difference between game 1 and this game of it being quote unquote OKC's game, like. You could tell when they took their foot off the gas in game 1.
Yeah, because I mean, literally, when they took their foot off the gas is when Tyrese came and sped right by them.
It was literally like an instant. Like, so you could tell, like, okay, something happened, something not right. So this game, like, watching the game and seeing what they were doing, like, even when it was garbage time, the bench was still hooping for OKC.
Yeah.
It's still 6-7 minutes left in the game. These boys down, whatever. And we know it's garbage time at this point because they done took SGA out. They
took all the stars out. The boys on the bench laughing, throwing Gatorade around, having fun.
So
I mean, I just want to see if they're going to be able to sustain this going through Indiana. Because I mean, now obviously Indiana is a tough crowd to play in front of. I mean, you already gave them a taste of a win on the road at y'all house, so naturally the expectation should be for y'all to go there and steal one immediately. Like, I wouldn't even come out the gate playing with them. Give me game 3.
Yeah, I mean, that's the expectation. Is it easy though?
Yeah, that's why I'm saying it's going to be hard to sustain that through game 3 with now you in Indiana territory. Now, again, it's not like they going into it down 2 to where it's like, man, we got to try. No, these boys done won, so they like, hold up, y'all. We in a good spot. We can win both at home. We can go back to their crib up 2.
Yeah, I mean, but at the same time, you're going back home tied 1-1 with the second best road team in the league this season.
Second best road team in the league, and they've showed you that winning on the road for them is not hard.
Like, you're literally going against the second best road team, the MVP of the league. So it sound good.
Are we looking at a future dynasty with what Oklahoma has?
No,
You think this is just a good startup for all the young boys, and then they all gonna branch out and get their own stardom, or not all of them, but the core structure of what they have now at some point in a few years will branch out and have their own stardom?
I think it's hard to say dynasty when, as of right now, this is the exact same team that was just playing last season, and when they went through the playoffs and all that, they didn't find success. The only thing that they tweaked is health.
Yeah.
So, thinking dynasty, they're also going against the Pacers. Like,
yeah.
So, when you think dynasty and we think of how Golden State built their quote-unquote dynasty, we got to look about what they built it on. They built their dynasty on beating arguably the greatest player in the game, LeBron James.
So would it have mattered if they were facing Boston as projected?
Yes and no.
Okay.
The yes and no comes at because these boys are so young, and a lot of these like take Indiana for instance. I'm already seeing that there's talks for people to try to shop to get a Naismith, to try to get these kind of players. Realistically, bro, if the teams are offering the right amount of money or the right pieces, I don't think anybody is Golden State or Miami, in which they're going to be like, or even the Magic, in which they're like, no, these are our players that are untouchable.
Okay. So
a lot of these teams are very open to like, okay, if you're giving me something that's worth it, I'll take it.
So I wonder how much longer we're going to see that in the league. And the reason I say that is because for a lot of the teams, they're willing to rally some of their younger players for some of the more seasoned players. So as those players start to kind of play out of the league, are we then going to start seeing teams be like, nah, man, I need these young boys? Because then they're going to start seeing the value. Because as the LeBrons, the Currys, the Durants, the Westbrooks, these are the players that teams like, oh, I'll give you, so and so. I can take the last couple of years on their contract because they might be able to get me a win. Eventually, it ain't gonna be no more of them old heads.
I think it's hard to do that when you got teams like the Magic, teams like the Pistons, teams like Indiana, who are so young. so inexperienced, so all of these things to where to have a team full of, I mean, not obviously we can't say that it's not working because it's the
youngest team ever,
youngest finals ever. So you can't say it's not working, but at the same time, like, you still somewhat gotta have a level of I've been here in order to get there.
I mean, because both teams have it, right? You got Indiana got Pascal 1-1, then you got Caruso, Oklahoma 1-1. So it's like both teams have that, whether or not they're that Durant, LeBron, Steph caliber of player, they're
I think
still
that matters
can say they,
sometimes though.
what the
Sometimes,
caliber of
the
player.
caliber of player in which you are.
Would it, okay, let me ask you a question. Do it matter more if you already got a star? For example, like Orlando has a young star in Paolo. So would it matter for them to go and get a seasoned, like a legit superstar, not just like a, oh, let's get somebody that's been here and won it?
It has to come with season because, and not even you can't even say season because KCP is somebody with season who has 2 rings, who has come to this team, and you can't. I ain't gonna say you don't see the difference, but you don't really see a mentality.
So that's what I'm saying. Is that why it got to be like a superstar, like somebody that like it's just like, yeah, this your star player. Like, yeah, Paulo might be your star player, but this person need to come in and just.
I think it has to just be somebody who can open their mouth and command respect.
Okay.
You don't got to be a superstar. You don't got to be an all-star.
Definitely what Patrick Beverly was for a while in the league.
As long as you can command respect, people will look at you and say, okay, let me do what he said to do.
Yeah.
Like if I was to come into a locker room, never played a game a day in my life, but I know how to talk the talk. There's a 75% chance that I'll be able to persuade people more by being able to talk the talk than oftentimes being able to walk the walk.
Yeah. I mean, Pat Beverly literally lived his career pretty much off that logic.
Like it goes somewhat into the whole you can bring a horse to the water, but you can't make him drink
it. Yeah.
Like, it matters how you bring the horse to the water, and not a lot of people understand that. You can't just. The horse got to be willing to go to the water in the first place.
Yeah, because you ain't about to just drag the horse.
You're not finna just drag this horse all the way.
You ain't about to just drag
pushing him and scuffing him all the way.
1,000 pound plus, and like,
it's not gonna work.
No.
And then get him there and say, "Oh, drink the water." That's not gonna work because you forced him there.
Yeah.
Even if he willingly comes, you got him by the thing. You got him by that, and he willingly comes. You still can't force him to drink it.
No.
Sometimes it takes for. Prime example is Max, bro. If you yell at Max to do something, he's not gonna do it. Oftentimes, unless you tell him to get engaged, go somewhere. But if you sometimes just say, "Hey man, go eat," he'll go tear that whole bowl up.
Yeah.
Versus me saying, "Go eat."
I mean, it's almost like the logic people say you get more. I mean, you attract more flowers with.
Come on, bro.
You know what I mean? So it's like, it makes sense. I mean, it's.
You got to be able to talk the talk.
You got to be able to talk the talk.
In today's day, especially with, think about it this way, with the generation of players that it is.
Yeah, because I mean, all of this.
YNs, but
yeah, I mean, all this go into the generation that we're pretty much in right now. Like it shifts. Like basketball is going into a different generation, not just play wise, but mentality wise as well. And ownership, and everybody's starting to realize that up top, and they're like, all right, man, let me just go ahead and start understanding the shift. I mean, I saw reports that Devin Booker, most would think that a person of his caliber would begin a long-term deal. Phoenix is about to offer him 2 years.
Because he hasn't done anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, you went to the finals 1 year with Chris Paul, and you got spanked.
Spanked, bro. And you was supposed to come back that next season and go. So, I mean, you already starting to see the shift just even in that. Like Devin Booker, you see that name. Oh, that's a 4-year contract minimum. Somebody trying to lock him. Nah, Phoenix like, listen, man, we gonna offer you this, and we really hope you don't take it.
But so here's a huge question. Is it Devin Booker's fault that Devin Booker isn't progressing, or is it the Phoenix Suns' fault? Because you got to remember, this season he came into this season at least under a new head coach.
Yeah.
Monty ain't there no more. That's who he's used to having. That's who took him to the finals, so on and so forth. Bradley Beal sucks.
Bradley Beal
sucks. So Bradley is ineffective. KD's KD, but I mean, injuries, and attitude from time to time.
All that play a part into it.
All of it plays. So,
Phoenix.
Devin's fault, or is it?
Great question, Drew. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it's Phoenix. I don't think Phoenix has put him in a position to really grow into that player they want, that Steve Nash that they want, right? Because when you look at Boston and what they've done for Tatum, like, Tatum ain't going nowhere. Tatum good. Because Boston is appeasing to Tatum, and not just appeasing to him, but they're making sure that his overall success is high. Like, whatever you need, we want you to make sure you have that. Like, y'all went and got Devin Booker, Chris Paul. Okay, cool, Chris Paul. Then y'all went and got the man Devin. Like, then y'all went and got him Bradley Beal. Like, Kevin Durant. Okay, that's Kevin Durant. Cool. We all know what Kevin Durant gonna do, injury, whatever. But Devin Booker can make up for that. But Bradley Beal is not the number 3. Like, that just didn't even make sense to me. I mean, they realistically should have been looking at a Jimmy Butler when he was up for grabs, or even before, or something of that nature. Because again, you just need somebody that can pick up not even a lot of slack, because you got Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. As long as them two can stay healthy, you straight. So now you get a player like a Jimmy Butler, or like what Indiana did with a Pascal. It's like, bro, just come here and, when we need you to drop them 25, 30, whatever, we know you can do it, because we done seen you do it on a bigger stage where you had to do it. Now we ain't requiring you to do it. We just need you to come in and just, I don't know why they thought they was going to get that out of Bradley Beal.
It's hard. I was about to say, but as we know, because I can't say as we know because we ain't never played in the league, but as we know, it's to have been said that scoring those 10, 15, 20, way easier said than done.
Yeah.
No matter what your caliber is as a player, no matter who you are, it's hard to get 10 points in the league, according to a lot of people who have played in the league. Yeah,
who've played in the league.
It's even harder to average those 10 points over the course of a season, your career, so on and so forth.
I mean, every night you going out there and you're finding a way to outsmart,
10 to 20 plus points
to
every night,
outplay your defenders to get 10 plus points. Now imagine those that's averaging 20 plus, 30 plus. I mean, that's why you put those in the superstar category, because it's like, bro, they're going out here every night, and no matter what defense you put on them, no matter how you put it on them, they finding a way to put 30 on your head. Kudos.
And that's same for Shai. Every night you going out there, no matter what defense you putting on me, I'm finding a way to get my 30
He dropped 30 on Indiana.
Great segue. It wasn't a segue that I ain't gonna say that you knew about, but that's a great segue into what Magic Johnson said, in which how he was like, Indiana will never be able to beat OKC if they keep playing that sloppy defense.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, realistically, at first in the tail end of game 1, that defense was like, oh shoot, these boys they was getting the rip curls.
Yep.
Coming around the back, all that kind of stuff. And it was like, wait a minute. Whoa.
Exactly.
These boys, and realistically, they're playing that same defense, but to this effect, it ain't working.
No.
And I think that's the issue for them right now. It ain't even the fact that they're stopping y'all and getting your turnovers and all of that. It's the fact that because you're so young and inexperienced, it's kind of like how they say, don't wear your heart on your sleeve.
Yeah.
When you get to a point to where every time you touch the ball, it's getting ripped out. Yeah. You naturally just
I mean, but that's what we saw from Tyrese last night, because, man, we saw the rip that SGA had on him. Bro, from that point on, it just looked like that man had just got the worst news of his life. Like, at that point, I think that's where they kind of break the third wall in a sense, and again, never played professional basketball, professional sports on any level. But I'm sure there's a third wall that they all try not to break and just pay attention to certain things and listen to the outside noise, the boos and all that. But I think in that moment, that's when he broke the third wall and just heard everything, looked up at the scoreboard and was like, man, screw it. It ain't nothing we can do anyway.
Because, I mean, ultimately, bro, I feel like it really comes down to the whole never let them know your next move. Yeah. And by you showing that much emotion, that much...
They know they got you.
They know your next move.
Yeah, they know they got you. You never let your left hand know what your right hand doing. All the old sayings you can throw out there on this topic alone. They knew exactly where Tyrese's head was, and they knew that Tyrese is the leader of Indiana. So if we got to him, we got the whole team.
So with that, I pose this question. So is Tyrese the leader of Indiana?
Yo.
Hey, is he the leader? Because again, it's a twofold thing. Because like, yes, we know he is a leader, but is he the leader? Because Pascal, that's your Eastern Conference Finals MVP. That's the one who's been here, done it, got a ring to prove it, all of that good stuff. Shouldn't that be the one like you're hedging your bets on necessarily, quote unquote, or isn't like...
I think he go back into our earlier conversation about kind of stepping away for the young talent. Like Indiana, like, yeah, we got Pascal, he done been here before, so let us give you your respects. Thank you so much. Here's Eastern Conference Finals MVP. You got us here, thank you. But at the end of the day, this is our future. This is who we gonna trust in. And because he's delivered on in a clutch moment now, and that's what people got to start like capitalizing on. Tyrese delivered when it's clutch, like final seconds on the clock, you can put the ball in his hand. But when it comes to actual like play, I mean, look at what he did yesterday, man.
And again, that goes into what I was saying before. Again, like you got to be able to talk the talk and walk the walk somewhat. And just being able to come into the huddle and scream and yell, "Hey, we're down!" Da, 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 da. But you the reason we down because you done went 2 for 35. Like,
bro, his numbers were insane last night.
And of course, and I'm not the one to talk quote unquote efficiency because I don't really care. Yeah. Like, because efficiency is played and toiled into so many different criterias and all of these other things that it's kind of stupid in a sense.
Yeah.
Because to say somebody goes 17 for 40, right? Winds up at like, what that'd be about 40%, 35% or so free throw percentage. But you watch the game and you see he done drove to the hole, and out of the 40 shots he put up, 20 to 30 of them is him driving to the hole. And out of those 20 or 30, 10 to 15 of them are him getting fouled and the shot not getting, and that call not getting called as a foul. So he not making, like all that kind of stuff. Like when you take all of those kind of things into account, like it's really hard to judge efficiency.
Yeah.
Because how do you expect me to score when people are slapping me, smacking me?
Yeah. Like I'm not getting the proper call, because it's one thing to not get a call. But then at some point, it's like, hold on now, bro. Like, you ain't going to call nothing?
Yeah. Like,
so at some point, as a player, you going to continue to play your game. And in your head, you like, well, I'm going to make them. If I miss them, it ain't on me. Because at the end of the day, obviously, somebody's against me in this game. So efficiency is definitely one of those things that's very hard to gauge on any skill. I mean, taking shooting out of it. Talk about just passing, assist. If I throw you a dime and you got the butterfingers and
you drop it, that counts. Why did that count against me? Because you got the ball stolen from you.
Or when I pass you the ball and all of a sudden you want to go do something else crazy. Now I got 3 turnovers and now my perfect game that I could have had now. So it's like, so I wasn't efficient, but I still had 11 assists. Oh, but you had 4 turnovers. But look at the turnovers. So it just be stuff like that, where
it's a whole totality picture.
So at the end of the day, I need to know what was the numbers, what did they do? Let me see the game, let me see some highlights. Like, man, it be getting to the point now, and players know that. They be
It's
like,
hard
bro,
to just-
who reffing the game?
It's hard to just look at the stats on the game and let that,
Tell the whole story.
yeah. Like, it's very hard to, like, just look at the stats and say, this is what he did. Boom, that's it.
Yeah.
Because, again, essentially, like, you have those games where, man, I done drove down the paint 10 times and got fouled 7 times. And
you ain't calling nothing.
none of them were called.
People literally going crazy in the stands because they looking at the playback on the big screens and they like, Ref, what you doing?
I don't know, man. So right now, and then we'll be off this, is SGA the finals MVP?
Yeah.
Hands down, no if and buts about it. Like,
hands down. I mean, he's doing exactly what I felt like we've said a player had to do to make their mark in a playoff series. First 2 games, he gave me 30 plus. So, I mean, at this point, ain't nobody else did that. Ain't nobody else really came close to doing it. I mean, Dort did. I mean, he played a phenomenal first game, but again, he didn't come close to giving me 30 points. And even if he did, we knew he wasn't going to do it game 2 because that's not what he was going to do.
So, I'm going to pose this question, then we can leave after this. Go to the next topic. If he goes 30 points every game and they go to a game 7, meaning it's, what, that'd be 3-3?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all lost 3 games and you scored 30 points. Y'all have won 3 games and you scored 30 points. In the midst of those games, let's say Tyrese has a 30-point game, maybe a 28, 10, and 10 game, like, because he's likely to have those. Does it go down to who wins game 7? Or, because I for some reason, I want to see in whatever sport
The opposing team.
a MVP that's on the team that lost.
So, I mean, if you're going with your question where I think you're going with it, I think it should still go to SGA. Because at that point, SGA gave us 7 perfect games. Whether they won or lost,
I agree. Sometimes can't make stats look good. The shot might be. Okay.
So, I mean, I feel like for SGA, like, bro, you came out here 7 games and gave us everything that you had. When we lost, we lost. I mean, obviously, I mean, it go into those things. It's a team sport, whatever, cool. Obviously, he did his part. So, it come down to the finals MVP, and you got Tyrese. Again, they won game 7 off a clutch shot, off a Tyrese shot that he did in game 1. Then it's like, nah, bro, get us to this man, bro.
I think what people gotta think for criteria when it comes down to a finals MVP is it's not the team's MVP.
No.
It's the what did you do
For the finals.
for the finals that brought value to the finals as a totality.
And then
Like,
for Tyrese, man, if you talking about a couple 25-plus games and maybe a triple-double, and again, we talking about a scenario to where maybe they win game 7 on a clutch shot. No, bro, that ain't no finals MVP. Not when this man came out here every game, gave you 30-plus. Nah, bro.
How crazy would it be for for them to win the finals the way that Kawhi won the Eastern Conference Finals versus the 76ers that year? Like that corner 3 and on the right side. SGA, after that history, he really is, boy. SGA is going for history. That corner 3 from the right side, no seconds left. Drip, 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 and then they finally go in. Like, how crazy would that be? Especially for Pascal, because that's how you got your first one.
I mean, Pascal need to go ahead and retire at that point.
That's how you got your first one off a lucky shot. So
I mean,
to get your second one off 1-2, like,
I don't know, bro. That would be pretty nuts.
something to think about, eh?
Yeah.
So, Money in the Bank, WWE Money in the Bank 2025 was this past weekend in Los Angeles, California.
Cali.
I believe at the Intuit Dome. Great night of matches. Jesus Christ, where do we begin, bro? We had the men's Money in the Bank winner, now 2-time Mr. Money in the Bank, Seth freaking Rollins. He outlasted LA Knight, Andrade, Penta, Solo Sikoa, El Grande Americano, Jacob Fatu. Who else came by? Like he outlasted more than just the match. People.
Yeah.
Within that match, Fatu turned on Solo. How do we feel about the men's Money in the Bank match?
I mean, makes sense for everything that we've been seeing over the last few months. I mean, we knew Seth was going to have to do something in some capacity to go for a belt, whether that be he called out, whether he fought that person in some capacity. Money in the Bank makes sense for him to challenge either Jay or John. Probably going to be Jay. And then Fatu, we knew that was coming.
I don't know, man.
Like, I ain't think it was going to be this soon, though. I thought they was going to go
Not the Fatu. I'm talking about Seth.
Seth?
I don't think he's going to fight Jay. I think...
You think he's going to fight John?
Yeah.
And win it?
I think WWE holds it till November, December.
Money in the Bank?
When he about to hold that. He about to hold the contract till John about to get out of here. And, like, John last match is going to be another heist of the century from Seth Rollins type thing. Like,
so it's going to be a bunch of just, like, bluffs throughout the next few months of him acting like he going to go for it and fight for it. Mm-hmm. So how long do you think Jay's going to hold on to it?
I don't see Jay losing to Logan Paul at SummerSlam. So I'm thinking... I think Jay holds it throughout the remainder of the year, bro.
Okay. I mean, makes sense. I think from the clip that we seen from the Netflix series that's coming out about WWE, Triple H told Jay straight up, like, I want to put you on the rocket this year.
Yeah, like,
so
I feel.
I mean, I think we're seeing that kind of play out already.
Yeah.
Because him fighting Logan Paul is just like one of those, like, oh shoot, like you done beat the up and coming whatever. So I think I like that. I like Jay holding it. I mean, honestly, like Seth going against John too, because
yeah. I don't. There's a storyline that can be made, but I mean, realistically, the sole purpose of Seth Rollins winning it was to go against John Cena,
and he's gonna keep the whole entourage behind him.
Yeah,
Paul and
Brown, because okay. John got that.
Yeah,
John got you. He got his Logan Paul. He got Travis Scott. So he is really, he holds it, and I like it this way because of who Seth Rollins is.
Okay.
We know Seth Rollins to be a sneaky, conniving, grimy, low down, dirty son of a what? So it makes sense for him.
Yeah.
Again, the same way he cashed in on Brock Lesnar versus what was it? Brock Lesnar versus 2019 WrestleMania, whoever it was. Same way he cashed in then. It's going to be one of them. Whoever is the big John's last match, let me come fuck that up.
So what's the longest you've ever seen somebody hold a Money in the Bank briefcase?
From the moment they won it up until...
the next Money in the Bank?
Yeah.
Waiting for the right opportunity.
Yeah. Actually, that just happened within the last 2 years.
Okay.
I think it was Carmella. Either Carmella or... I think it was Carmella.
Okay.
She literally held it like up until the day of Money in the Bank. Either the day of Money in the Bank or like the Friday before them.
Okay.
Like,
okay.
And
so
the whole time everybody asked, when are you gonna cash it in? When I feel like it.
So this definitely wouldn't be an unusual thing to see Seth go with this for the next I mean, what,
'Cause it's
5,
only
6
6
months?
months.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's only 6
next
months.
5,
That
6
ain't-
months.
that ain't
You're
nothing.
not talking about like what you just said, a whole year from now until next June.
That ain't nothing. And honestly, again, like with how WWE TV is, it works because again, Money in the Bank is one of those things. I mean, the only recent year Money in the Bank didn't matter is the year that Otis had it and somebody fought him to take it from him or whatever it was or something like that. He lost the fight, didn't have it afterwards. That's the only year in recent history that Money in the Bank didn't like really serve a true purpose.
Okay.
At least for the men.
Okay.
So, Seth. Even if Seth don't hold it for a while, because only God knows, Seth could try to cash it in at SummerSlam next month, and that night when he cashes it in, he fails and loses his Money in the Bank. So it could even go like that to where he cashes it in and is unsuccessful, which leads him deeper down the path of his
evil.
team. And he's like,
yeah.
oh yeah, I really got it. So it all makes sense. All right, yeah, I like it.
So going over to the women, we got Naomi, Old Town,
Naomi
represent. Went out there,
girl,
won it.
Should have called her, see if we could get her on tonight, man.
How you feel about that win?
I'm kind of like mixed on it.
Okay.
I personally didn't like really think that the card for the women's Money in the Bank match was like enough as it was.
Okay.
So it was really like very happy for her.
Yeah.
Proud of her.
Not taking it away from her.
Not gonna take it away from her, but at the same time, like I really the only heavy hitter you had was Rhea Ripley.
Yeah.
Like let me make sure I'm not tripping.
Rhea.
Her and Rhea were like the two best candidates you got. Jay going up against Gunther tonight, bro. About 12 minutes or so.
They's gonna keep them boys just fighting. Just keep them fresh, huh?
You had Alexa Bliss. Yeah, nah. I only know 3 people, and it's a 6-person match. And even for like the men's match, the people they had in it were mid. It's just like the talent that they had in it are good talent themselves, so they know how to put on a performance.
Yeah, so they gave you.
But Lyra Valkyrie and all that, like who cares?
Come on, man, y'all could have did better than that.
Don't nobody care about that, bro. Becky, I mean not Lyra. Lyra fought Becky, whatever the other girl name was. Becky wins the first ever Women's Intercontinental title from Lyra on this past weekend. Lyra was the first holder. Becky, I think this is the second time they fought for the title in like 3 weeks.
Okay.
Stupid,
won it.
But hey, that's another belt for the man.
The man, she came back.
I really love Becky Lynch. I think Becky as a talent, Becky as a performer, she's one of, if not the best woman in the game at this very moment for the WWE.
Okay. She gave you all things.
Yeah, even with age, even with, no. Bianca Belair. That's the best.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll put it back at one of the best. Not
I'll
take away the best.
One of the best. Okay.
One of the best
women
in the game right now for WWE. If you had to choose to start a wrestling promotion with a women's WWE superstar, top 5, you're going to choose Becky.
Yeah, Becky's going to be in there easily.
So with that, I think it's deserving to, especially with this being the first women's intercontinental belt, I think putting it on somebody who has a name gives the belt a name. It gives the belt some sort of quote-unquote reverence. Like,
Yeah,
it gives,
because this is somebody that actually can do something with it, and you just ain't gave it to not just any fighter, but in reality, not just any fighter.
Right.
So giving it to Becky definitely, now the belt can sit there for a little bit with her. She can fight with it.
And for her to sit with the belt, it makes sense versus Lyra Valkyrie to be, for Becky to be a non-fighting champion is okay because it's Becky Lynch, bro.
Yeah.
Like, who are you to tell? Who are you to tell Becky Lynch she got to fight?
Yeah.
Like,
so realistically, it makes sense to kind of give that belt some, a little oomph behind it. So Becky had that for a while.
Best part of the night, the return of Ron Killings.
Yeah, without a doubt.
R-Truth.
Now Ron Killings, but
Ron Killings, he's not going by his real name. The return of R-Truth. Let's set the scene. John Cena, Logan Paul versus Cody Rhodes
Jey Uso.
and Jey Uso.
Yeet.
One word, 5 letters. Say it with me. Yeet. All right. Yeah. But realistically, without R-Truth jumping in that fight, there would have been no yeet.
No, it would have been no yeet. No.
No yeet.
No yeet.
No yeet. No yeet.
No.
So, thank God for Ron Killings. Let's start there.
Yeah.
But thank God for the WWE listening to the fans.
Yeah.
Because we were in an uproar
about that
as the WWE universe.
There's no way you gonna sit up here and take R-Truth away from us. Like, what are you really doing?
Again, especially after this man just fought John Cena at Saturday Night Main Event.
Like, y'all didn't even hint at us that this was gonna be his last fight. Y'all just about to sit up here and just do that.
So I loved the return of Ron Killings. Now, what does this return mean? I think that's what we got to start thinking about. Like, is this a heel turn? Is this what are we about to get from?
I mean, are we gonna see him fighting more?
That's another thing. And I think where they might go wrong is trying to, if they are healing him.
I was about to say, it do feel like they healing him.
Trying to heal him and him not have his comedic relief, because that's what made Ron who Ron is.
Mm-hmm.
Now, unless he's going for a quote-unquote more serious side of things, like, that's what made Ron who Ron is. So it's quite scary
to see where this story is going.
Yeah.
I mean, Triple H definitely he got asked a question at the press conference about the whole thing, and he pretty much hinted at this all being a part of the storyline.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you like what's going on? The reporter was like, yeah. He was like, keep enjoying the show.
Mm-hmm.
So,
like, we know for sure, and R-Truth confirmed it. Like, if it wasn't for the uproar that the WWE universe went into, there would be no more him. Mm-hmm. Like, it's literally because of the WWE universe that, they brought him back. But even with that, like, obviously because y'all dropped him, y'all had no creative plans for him.
So now, I mean, right now y'all just pulling it right out the ass. Like, all right, what can we do? What okay, how can we? So I hope somebody's thinking what we're thinking about his comedic relief that he added to the WWE as a whole. Like, that's something that no matter what you do with him, like, that as a fan, that's what we were talking about when we said we wanted him back. Don't just bring him back. I mean, bring back the R-Truth we know. Okay, Ron Killings, we'll take it. The name change, whatever. But if he about to come out here and be a whole nother person, then it's almost gonna be like,
I think this jump starts a Ron Killings, John Cena feud. Like,
to kind of close.
Yeah, to close out that chapter, because realistically, what they did before that little bitty,
that was crazy.
That was nothing. Like, to randomly put the man through a table at the what's the name, and then to say, okay, 2 weeks later we're gonna have a fight. Like that's kind of
So
it was too rushed. So they got to put
SummerSlam?
an actual closing on it. No, I think SummerSlam is Cody and John Part 2.
Okay.
I think SummerSlam is Cody John Part 2. Unless they're putting that at Night of Champions. I guess we'll find out tonight on Raw.
Okay.
But I think SummerSlam is Cody John Part 2.
Okay. I like that.
Especially with us getting Part 4 of Gunther and Jay tonight. Like,
Bro, like what in the hell is that even
and again,
about?
I know for sure with the plans that they really have, they're really trying to get Jey Uso versus Logan. So Gunther is going to lose tonight. How? I don't know, but Gunther is probably going to lose tonight. So
Yeah, just go ahead and put that. Go ahead and wrap that.
So who do you think Naomi should cash in on?
Who's currently belted up?
So technically, you can do it on any champion you want to. So we can go. She can go either Becky. She can go. I'm pretty sure she had a tag team partner. She could probably cash in on the tag team.
Oh wow. Okay.
I don't. Who's the?
Is it still Io?
Man, this is horrible, man.
Still Io Sky.
Oh yeah, so you got Tiffany Stratton still. So you got Tiffany Stratton and yeah. Still got one more. I think Io. Tiffany and Io.
Okay. I knew the Io one.
Let's just go with Tiffany and Io.
I mean, if I was Naomi, I'm gonna go ahead and she'll probably cash in on Tiffany.
Okay. But they did have a little feud at
Yeah.
the beginning of the year.
That's what I was trying to remember trying to remember some of the storylines.
If she cashes in on Becky, if I'm not mistaken, that makes her the Triple Crown champion. Because you gotta at least have at least a tag title, Intercontinental or USA title, and one or both of the main titles in order to get Triple Crown. So that's why people like what's the guy name? The Irish dude. Be slapping people on the chest.
Drew McIntyre?
No,
Or Sheamus?
Sheamus. That's why Sheamus was trying so hard to get the Intercontinental Championship, so he could be a triple crown champion.
Okay,
Miz
so I
is a
mean,
2-time Triple Crown champion.
so I mean, for her career, I guess that would probably make sense. But I mean, but going back into how we talked about the belt kind of gaining some notoriety being in Becky, but going from Becky to Naomi holding it for a period of time is pretty much
It's the same difference.
it's the same difference. So
It's the same difference.
I could see it going that route as well, especially
and on top
if
of
it.
that, I don't see them putting Naomi in the main event picture, and that's what sucks. Like,
Okay, it do suck, but I mean, respectfully, then it makes more sense
unless
to
they
go with
just
Becky.
really about to just give her the run that she deserves, because I mean she does deserve another run. Nay, come on the show. Let's talk about it. You deserve another run, girl.
I definitely can see.
She deserves another run. So I mean, they could put her in the main event spotlight, but that's the issue with the WWE. There's so much talent in the WWE.
Yeah.
That it's not enough. That's why they're doing so many shows now, because there's not enough time to put people on Monday or Friday.
So we got to start going and just doing shows.
That's why they just been doing all these tours and all it, because it's so much talent, bro. Everybody can't be the champion.
Everybody can't be the champion. Everybody can't fight on Monday night and Friday.
And everybody can't be a champion, because it's just so many people on the roster.
And you cannot always fight on Monday night and Friday night. So,
no matter who, like, take Montez and what's her name right now, the Street Profits. Champions. We ain't seen them fighting on TV in 2-3 weeks. It's just not enough time.
Now they fighting? Yeah.
On the weekends.
Little live shows.
Live shows.
Yeah, but after dark when the match,
yeah,
they fight on Friday night. When all right, y'all go ahead.
All right, everybody, show's over, and then they bring out the other couple more fight like that. Like yeah,
to get the kind of stretch their legs a little bit.
There's too much talent in the WWE. That's the same issue that AEW has too. There's too much talent.
Wow.
Because they're all competing against each other. So the moment somebody leave AEW, WWE running to sign them to get them over here, and then vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
So now the people, we dropped 3 people, but you gained them 3 people.
Yeah, you picked them right back up.
Or you grab this person from TNA because you like, oh no, he can't fight still. Let me pull him in. So now on top of the 3 people we just pulled, we done pulled in another 3 or 4 from TNA. Like.
Yep. And all the people add up. And
then for WWE, they still also got NXT.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so much talent, like, and it's so hard to give. It's hard to give them a fair shake.
It's hard to give everybody a fair shot, and there's talent out there that deserve a fair shot. I mean, like we talked a lot about Carmelo.
Jimmy just now. Hence why Jay is just now getting his shine because they've been saying main event Jay Uso for the last 2 years.
Mm-hmm. I feel like Carmelo was one of those ones where it's like that's a talented. Carmelo should be fighting, but again,
you barely see him, bro.
Barely see him
unless it's behind the scenes clips and stuff like that on the interview side and all. Like that's the only time we're really seeing Carmelo because there's just so much talent and I ain't gonna say. Let me rewind it because a lot of people may think when you say there's so much talent, they think. Oh my God! There's so many talented individuals. No.
There's a lot of people. Talent is a word talent is a word that's used amongst wrestling, but that's not. That's not. A lot of employees. No, they don't mean real talent. All of them are not real talent.
Not all of them have actual
talent,
good wrestling skills. No,
that's just what that's what they're referred to.
Bro. They have a whole lot of employees. It's not enough time to put all these employees on one show, unless we given 5-10 minute matches.
Yes.
And then now we're going to hear the criticism, the critiques of people saying
matches are too short. Where are the fights? Why are they fighting so? Yeah.
So WWE is in a very rough place. And it's hard to say that when all the shows sell out and all this.
All the pay-per-views are doing numbers and all this great stuff. And
it's so hard to say that, but in all actuality, they're in a very rough place. Last but not least on today's agenda, Diddy.
Yeah, nah, man, Diddy.
What don't we know about this already that has already came up? Let's go with the key testimony from this past week. So, witness Jane, anonymous witness, she gave an emotional and graphic testimony. She spoke on years of coercion and abuse. She described the hotel nights with male escorts arranged under pressure. She also read some text messages that were exchanged showing the blackmail and the drug use between her, Diddy, and other people that were in the parties, houses, so on and so forth. Also, during all of this, there's a lot. Also, this past week, the judge warned Diddy of making faces and head nods and gestures towards the jury, saying that if he's to catch him again.
I was trying to understand what that means. Can you give me an example of what Diddy was doing? Because I had to go look up the words to try to visualize it myself. Because I'm like, what did he do? Like, what do they mean he nodded? Like, was he just saying what's up? Or like, was he like.
He could have been just going like this and like looking dead at somebody while they was doing it. Like, just that.
Okay.
Because realistically, they view Sean Combs as this hurtful, emotionally harming, scary individual.
Okay.
So him doing that in the eyes of what this case is,
because in some headlines,
like witness intimidation.
Some headlines made it seem like he was aggressively. One of the headlines said he was aggressively nodding. And I'm like, okay, what was he nodding? Was he saying what's up? Was he just shaking his head? Like,
I think the issue comes because from what I saw, he wasn't like just doing it. It's the fact that he's looking at them while he's doing it.
looking at the jurors as a whole.
As jurors. Or at a juror.
Hey, the comments was like, what the fuck you supposed to look at?
Right. Technically, not them. Because again, in this case that is at hand, they could view that as witness tampering or
because you got charges,
jury tampering.
You got charges of witness tampering. So we got people testifying saying that you used to make
emotional abuse.
Exactly, you used to look at them all kind of crazy. So now you up here looking at these. Yeah.
So people are giving testimony that just the looks alone that you gave them would put fear in you, and now you damn near giving those same looks to the jurors. Like that's what it was seen as. In the judge's opinion, because it's not like, based off what I saw, it's not like a prosecutor was like, "Hey, judge, he's looking at the people." No, the judge was like, "Hey, stop it right now! Don't look at the people.
Dang.
Don't look at these jurors. If you do so again, I will remove you from being able to be at your own trial for like behavior issues or something like that." And then
so now you got to pretty much hope that you. Mm-hmm. But see, all of this just don't look good for him. Even like the judge having to address the nod and all of that, like the jurors are looking at that and they like,
and
wait
granted,
a minute.
Sometimes, based off of TV, when something like that happens, the jurors get excused first because something like that taints juries. So, like in Law and Order and stuff like that, like
they always say, "Hey, go ahead."
They'll go to the judges' chambers, or they'll excuse the jurors, and the judge will give points and announcements, like, "Hey, listen, don't do that again." That kind of thing. So I mean,
the judge caught him doing it.
Yes,
the
judge caught him doing it. Again, it wasn't like the prosecutor stood up and was like, "Hey, judge, he's staring at the people." No, the judge like looked at him and was like, "Hold on." And whether he excused the jurors or whatever, he nipped it in the bud right then, right there.
Yeah.
Because he saw it with his own two eyes, and he was like, "No, they're talking about you looking at people the wrong way.
Yeah.
And you're sitting here looking at people the wrong way." Like,
yeah.
It was one of those things. Which, again, for the case at hand, I understand it.
Does not help him at all, boy. I tell you that.
Intimidation, blackmail, all of that is a part of your case at hand.
And then you up here eyeing jurors.
Yeah, you asked for that one. Yeah.
Apparently Diddy is still making millions even while behind bars. He has a private jet that he's been renting out, and it has accumulated over $4.4 million in rental fees since he's been behind bars. So,
I mean, that sounds about right.
If he get out,
well, technically, if he gets out, all of his assets will be unfrozen, because if he gets out, that means he's been not convicted and he was found innocent. Therefore, all his assets get unfrozen. He's instantly back as a billionaire. Mm-hmm. Like instantly back as a billionaire, because when he did the whole thing where he sued Ciroc's parent company and all of that, like they settled for like north of whatever big large sum.
Yeah, I mean, like it was more than 100 million.
Yeah, it was one of those, like, he went from $3 billion to like $1 billion, but still a billionaire.
Yeah, he again, like when
not like Kanye West.
When you were not like Kanye West, because Diddy had like longevity in a lot of the businesses that
not
he
like
had.
Kanye. Not like Kanye.
So he literally went from billionaire to billionaire. But I mean, he's still making that money, man.
I mean, but that's where smart investments come in at. Mm-hmm. Because no matter what, well, I don't know, how did they not seize that jet?
I don't know. Must not been in his name.
But for us to know that he got a jet out there, like, that be in his name.
Or somebody running their mouth. Like whoever rented, they know they rented from Diddy's assistant or somebody that Diddy connected to. They like, "Oh, I'm renting Diddy jet," and they done went and leaked that to the tabloid, some of that nature. Because again, bro, they seized everything.
That's
the man,
what I'm saying,
but the
bro.
man was literally on the way to the tarmac on the day they got him. He was trying to get on a jet and go.
Yeah,
They're like, hey, come here, bro. Stop. Come on, man. You're not getting on that jet. Let's go. We're going to prison.
I don't know, man. That's kind of hard to believe. It's hard to believe, but like there's somewhere, some way, like something about that jet is a little fishy to me. Because again, how did they seize everything that you own damn near as a part of this criminal racketeering thing?
Yeah, I mean,
and one of the most expensive things that you own, other than your property.
They flipped your houses, your cars. They
exactly what you just said. They've said some of the cars that you bought were a part of this criminal enterprise.
They done took these cars apart to see if you had any secret compartments in them, hiding any drugs. Bro, they really.
I'm confused about that one. I gotta look that one up.
Yeah.
Because that's. But I mean, even still, like it still goes into smart investments, because even if they didn't seize it and it's just on his name, like that is crazy.
Yeah.
Because I guess it would technically be them seizing a business, huh? That's all business, bro.
Yeah.
Business.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, people that like do rent out they Turo and stuff like that.
That's a Turo.
Basically, like Turo for jets. And this man went and he done made allegedly $4 million while being behind bars just off of rentals.
Because he's still making music, still making money off all this music.
Yeah, because all this music is very much.
I be playing it.
Yeah, still being played, still on my playlist. Don't skip it when it come on.
I swear to God, he get that 1-2 cent from me every time.
If it's a song I want to hear, I'm gonna let it ride. If I don't want to hear it, I skip it. But I ain't skipping it because it's Diddy. I'm skipping because I don't want to hear the song.
Same with R. Kelly.
Oh yeah, R. Kelly. I ain't skipping it because most likely if it come up, it's R. Kelly. So I want to hear whatever. I want to hear whatever Kel's about to sing.
Hell, if an episode of the Cosby Show come on, I'm likely to sit there and watch it.
Yeah, definitely watch. Oh my God, I've been watching Cosby Show. It's crazy.
Bro, you can't watch Cosby Show nowhere, bro.
I was just about to say it don't come on no more.
You can't
don't come
watch
on no more.
The Cosby Show except for YouTube.
Yeah.
For the bootlegging episodes,
it used to be on what, like Hulu?
Bro, Cosby
Show was on Hulu on everything, man. And
Hulu, Amazon Prime, Apple TV, everything.
Hey, I know them actors mad as hell, boy.
Residual.
They like, come on, Bill. Are you serious?
Residuals.
He messed up everybody's pockets. Everybody stopped eating when he went to trial. They was like, bro, there's no way.
But did he mess up? All right, let me stop, man, because we might get. You know, we always say we might get canceled when we pose questions that we pose. Did Bill mess it up, or did the people that came forward that told on Bill messed it up?
That told on?
Because they kept their mouth shut, everybody be straight.
I mean, they kept their mouth shut all them years, so.
Exactly. So
y'all done took
did Bill mess it up? Or did
y'all done took that good television from our.
And that's not me saying that these women were wrong for speaking up and snitching and well, it's not. I can't say so. Oh,
this man says I said speaking up and speaking out. This man said speaking up, snitching. No, speaking out.
Listen, I didn't mean it like that. You
I
know what I meant.
I know, it just.
But, no, it came out horrible.
I wanted to clarify for them.
Very bad word.
No, they weren't snitching.
They weren't snitching. They were speaking their truth.
If you were in the spot of your life to where, you know, you feel like you've had something happen and you need to speak your truth, it ain't snitching.
Call 1-800.
Whatever number he about to give you, don't call it. You better off calling 911 if you in America. Just call them and they'll direct you to all the right numbers.
What's the 1-800-888-8000? That's Dan dude.
That's Dan.
It's one of them. It's one of them companies.
Dang.
1-888-8000. That's one of them companies, bro. It's one of them. Interact. Need a check. It's one of them. Yeah. Hey, listen, y'all. We've had a great episode, man. From Quinceañera talk to Diddy talk.
That was a terrible sentence. From Quinceañera talk, 15-year-olds, to Diddy talk. We know what Diddy's on trial for. It's crazy. From Quinceañera talk to R. Kelly talk.
I was just trying to get to like from the beginning to the end of the show, like because that was the first thing, that was the last thing. But that is
From NBA playoffs to Diddy, from finals to Diddy.
from Ken Sierra talk to the NBA finals, from the NBA finals to the WWE, the WWE to P Diddy.
Yeah.
That's better than
All starting with Ken Sierra talk.
Yeah, that Ken Sierra to Diddy. That's. I hope Diddy ain't go to nobody Ken Sierra.
No, yes.
You think somebody probably had Diddy perform at a Ken Sierra or something like that?
Bro, yes. Especially, yes. Bro, Diddy,
so?
bro, yes. I'm pretty sure if we go and look up an old episode of the Sweet 16 show they used to do on MTV. So there you go, and you making that face because you might remember the episode. I'm pretty sure somebody had Diddy pop up at a party for their 6-year-old daughter, or.
Oh my God!
And again, think about what you said. You ain't never say the person they have to be famous, because it could have easily been a famous person as, oh, I know Diddy, come to my daughter party.
Yeah, that's a little cute. Yeah, I mean, I'd do something like that.
Yeah, if you knew the right famous person,
I knew Justin Bieber. Like,
yeah,
Justin.
and I mean, famous people do it for their friends all the time when it comes to their kids. So I'm 100% sure Diddy done been to some Ken Sierra.
If I knew a friend with a tiger, bro, bring your tiger to the party. Let's have a petting zoo. Like,
no, he can't bring that. Not for a petting zoo. He can bring it on display.
Well, tiger cub.
Okay.
Tiger cub.
Yeah, bring the cub.
Yeah, not like Tiger King tigers.
Yeah,
them was, a friend with an iguana or something. Like, hey, let's come have a petting zoo. Like,
okay,
stuff like that.
You got a friend got a horse. A horse.
That's a good one.
Cause I had a horse for your niece party. If I knew somebody with a horse, hey bro, can I use your horse? That sounded terrible. Hey bro, can I use your horse?
Woo! Can I use your horse?
Just need about a dozen kids to ride on it.
Imagine Bill Cosby saying that. Can I use your horse? Please.
That's why I can't see him doing none of that stuff they said he did. Not my Bill.
Please.
That's what I'm saying. Bill ain't do that, man. I guess he did, huh? I guess he did, huh?
Bill Cosby's good at shit.
It's the lip. It's always the lip, boy.
Can I get a pudding pop, please?
Damn, man. Why they did that, bro?
Damn, well, why they had to snitch on Bill, man?
Ain't nobody talking about Shannon Sharp no more. I know we closing. I'm just spitballing this.
Bro, I ain't heard nothing about Shannon in a while.
I'm telling you, bro, that Diddy trial is just...
I don't even tune in a nightcap no more, so that's really like...
No, I know they got...
my favorite sports on no more.
They got ISO Joe on there now. You don't know who that is. We had this conversation.
What the fuck is that?
Joe Johnson, man.
Yo, if you know who the fuck Joe Johnson is, can you please tell me who that is?
Played for the Atlanta Hawks, the Brooklyn Nets, and New Jersey Nets, and all of them. Sharpshooter.
Say who he played for again for me, please.
I don't want to do it.
You said Atlanta Hawks.
Mm-hmm.
Trash. You said the New Jersey and the Brooklyn Nets.
Mm-hmm. Transition to
trash and trash. Who else did he play for?
He played for some other teams throughout the end of his career. Jumped around. I think he played for Milwaukee.
The Bucks.
Actually, I'm gonna look up and see what Joe Johnson played.
Joe Johnson. This should be good.
43 years old. So let's see where he played. So he was drafted 10th overall. He's played for Boston, Phoenix, Atlanta, Brooklyn, Miami, Utah, Houston, and the last team he played for was Boston. 7-time NBA All-Star. And a 7-time NBA All-Star.
That's the All NBA third team? Is that what I saw?
He's a 7-time NBA All-Star.
But did I see All NBA third?
He's a 7-time NBA All-Star.
No. Did I see third team?
You know, that's Wikipedia. It could be wrong.
No.
It's right. It's right. All NBA third team.
And they got him on the show to talk about
He said
basketball. He played 20 years.
He said this is the most he done talked in 20 years. Because Joe never talked. Like, he was a very quiet player. He just played and left.
I mean,
I don't be tuned in to Nightcap like that. The little clip sometime will play on YouTube and that'll be it, and I'll skip them. But I don't be going and looking for Nightcap because not on Shannon Sharp is a little different than what I was expecting for him to be.
Yeah, that's all that I done found out about him. I'm good on Shannon.
And for me, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm done. For me, it's just like, had he not been so like trying to portray something different to the public, then it's one thing. But when you around here grilling Ocho about this and grilling everybody about this, and you talking about eating butt nasty, and you ain't eating no woman and sucking no toes and all this other crazy stuff, and then you around here doing this,
white.
Come on, bro.
Black man chokes
small white woman in public, bro.
You doing
but then you around here giving Ocho hell and doing all this other stuff, and you got so for me, just be like,
yeah, you're a fraud, counterfeit, fake.
Your skeletons in your closet is crazy, bro. So it's really more like a respect thing. I mean, that's crazy to do that, man, like that. And it's obvious you've been doing this for years.
Yes.
Like since football days. Let's just call a spade a spade.
Yeah.
Because now people I remember this when when it first came out, they would start posting all the old Nightcap clips of him and all the other crazy shit he done said about leaving the city and going here, doing all this and having all.
Well, you got to leave the city when you go out
Come
there.
on, bro.
You can't go. You can't. What you going to do in Oklahoma City?
Talking about all this. Come on, bro.
You got to drive out.
Talking about all these young girls and stuff, man.
Yeah,
So you done kind of screwed yourself.
Yeah, you out of there, man. Well, a great episode of, I was about to say Nightcap, because we saying talking after this, man. Another great episode of Discussions and Conversations, man. Listen.
We back Friday night with the pregame vibes.
Back Friday night. We're here. We live. 2 live crew. You know what to do. We need y'all to like, share, comment, all of that good stuff. If you haven't subscribed yet and you're here watching, make sure you go ahead and click that subscribe button. So far, we're nowhere near our goal. And that's y'all fault.
You see how sad I'm looking, y'all?
That's y'all fault. If y'all would share it like we asked y'all to, if y'all would like it like we asked y'all to, I mean, maybe we'd be, so much further than
where we are.
But that's okay. Because the race is not given to the swift.
Just give it.
Nor to the strong.
Oh, God.
Oh. But to the one who endures and it may go so to the very end. No. Oh, shit. Listen, the race is not given to the swift nor to the strong, but the one who endures to the very end. That's going to be our quote today. That's going to be our quote for the week.
We're going all the way to the end here at DK Podcast, man. Y'all ain't going to stop us, man.
Come on, man. All the way to the end.
And them wheels fall off. We gonna go and put the wheels back on. Ooh, come on. What you mean?
I have to get new ones, right?
Yeah. No, we can't put the same wheels back on. I'm gonna tell you that when the line go off.
Oh God! Listen, guys, thank y'all again for another amazing episode of DK Podcast, man. This has been your boys. We out. We live. 2 live crew.
2 live crew.